that being said, look what we got back. We finally got our stuff. Check this out. Like I said, we didn't do much to the block. Had it cleaned. Got her cleaned up. Still got oil all over it, obviously, so it doesn't flash rust. The moment everybody's been waiting for, including me and Matt. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. What do we got? I don't know. You tell me. Let's look. Nice and cleaned up. Mm-hmm. Careful. Easy. This is all of our parts here. Cam bearings, or not cam bearings, crank bearings, rod bearings. Some miscellaneous stuff here. Oil pump. Engine mounts. Crank, we didn't have anything done. I'm gonna polish this. But let's look at these heads. This was the main priority. 2 minutes in, we've already got an interruption. All right, anyway, where were we? Look at those beautiful heads. New valves, hardened seats. Everything's been cleaned, rebuilt. All stock parts, which is what we wanted. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so what we've got our rebuilt heads. I've got to polish the crank. These are good to go. Here's our new cam. New lifters, piston rings, timing chain, caddy blue engine paint, plug wires, our frost plugs, freeze plugs, core plugs, all the plugs, whatever you want to call them. Those are en route. Those were a little tough to find, but we've got plenty to do while we wait for those. Let me get this head set back down here. So here's going to be the plan. Got the parts washer over here. Valve covers back there. I've got to get those finished up. Water pump's done, rebuilt. Put a spit shine on that and get it painted. We've got to get the intake cleaned up. We've got crap down here that needs to be cleaned up. Pistons, obviously, need to get the rings switched out on those. This one's still soaking because I've got a stuck ring on it. What else we got? What do we got? I don't know. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. Obviously get this block cleaned up so I can get it painted. We've got a lot of paint work to do. We've got a lot of prep work to do and clean up. So that's what we're going to start working on. Let me tell you, This guy here, it's excited. See the smile? So we're gonna just get to work. We've got bracket-tri to clean up, get painted. We've got just, you know, stuff all over the place. Organized chaos. What else? I don't know. That should be enough to get us rolling. So, you guys probably don't want to watch me stand here and clean parts. I mean, you can if you want to. Do you want to watch me clean parts? Probably not. So I'm going to get to work. I'll check back in with you guys here after a little bit. Well, let me update you here. We've got the intake soaking. It's pretty nasty, which obviously you guys know has been the theme. We got all this stuff degreased, ready for paint. The oil pump, put a flathead in here on my drill and flushed it with that solvent there. Clean the timing set. Some miscellaneous stuff there. Ran a bunch of bolts through the wire wheel. We've got a little bit left on the water pump. We got to get these two studs out and these two bolts out, get the thermostat and gasket and stuff pulled out of there, and then get the get this guy on the pulley. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. That's the old timing chain. We don't need that. Brake drum deal. This guy we don't need. Clean up some of these bolts for the main caps. This tray has been cleaned up. We need to clean the timing cover still. We got this windage tray, whatever you want to call it, to clean. All that whole pile of bolts to do. Go through the rod caps, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna probably just wire brush the manifolds off and spray them with high temp black. That's what I did on the Impala. It turned out pretty good. It held up fine. Fuel pump, I don't think we're gonna replace it, so I may see if I can take it apart and check the diaphragm, and then clean up this tube a little bit. What else did we get done? Valve covers are clean. They turned out pretty good. Pretty much ready for paint. I'll do a little more sanding on them. The insides of these were just completely crusted up. So those look better. And let's see how many people remember. I know it's been a long time ago. If you do remember, throw her down there in the comment box. Let me see if I can find it. Right there. Does anybody remember these two little dimples? Let me see if I can set it down. Right there and right there. Nope, I lied. Right there and right there. From one of the original videos. Well, once I got both of these valve covers clean, This one also has them right there and right there. If you look at the spark plug wire holder, it's got a dimple on each side of it. Flip her over, you can see the two dimples. There you go. That's why these have the dimples. I thought maybe it was push rod damage or something. It's not. It's actually, they're supposed to be there. So, if you've been with us long enough to remember that from one of the original videos, shoot a comment down there. Anywho, you guys know the rule. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, hello. It's the next day. Figured we'd take just a minute here, do something a little interesting. In case you guys are wondering, I got to read from my notes here because I'll forget an important detail if I don't. So I thought we'd talk about this block a little bit here, and our casting numbers and what they mean. So as you can see here, this is a 1473267 casting number. And that casting number signifies that this is a 1963 Cadillac 390. So they used this block from 60 to 63. They had a 390 and 59 that had two variations of it. It was either this one or there was a 345 horsepower version of it that was produced basically for 1 year. That being said, this one is a 63 and our car is 61. So they used this block, like I said, from 60 to 63. So let's dig in a little bit deeper here. Like I said, that's our casting number. So over here on the side of the block, you can see, hopefully you can read that, 61K007566. That should match our serial number of the car, indicating it's a numbers matching engine. So if we come over here to our driver's side door, we've got 61K007566. So that is the original numbers matching 390 for this old girl here. Specifications for this here unit. Let me get the notes back out here. It is a 4-valve, 325 horse at 4,800 RPM, 430 horse at 3,100 RPM. Which, if you think about that, 325 horse and 430 foot-pounds back in 1961. I mean, that was pretty cool. It may not sound like a lot versus today's modern engines, but man, 1961, that's fairly impressive. This makes 21 more foot-pounds of torque than my factory 396 big block in the Impala. That's a 325 horse, 409 foot-pound spec engine before I put a cam in it. So I just thought that was fairly interesting. And we've kind of talked, if you remember way back in the early episodes, the old VIN tag here, or whatever you want to call it. It's got our information on it. It shows our paint code, Arctic White, trim level, all that stuff. So the other thing that I was researching and learned is the fan, which is over here buried under a bunch of stuff. They made a 4-blade version, which was for non-AC cars. This is a 6-blade, which was used for AC cars. So, you know, just kind of picking away at some stuff here. Learning a little bit more about the car as we go. But I was looking at these casting numbers and and stuff yesterday, and I thought it was kind of interesting. And actually everything has a casting number, obviously. So the intake manifold, what you can barely see here, 1472224. Obviously we could do the same with the heads. We could look at their casting number, 1473449, and so on and so forth. The 59390, there was a few things that was interchangeable, but not all of it. It had a remote oil filter that was mounted up over here by the power steering pump. This is obviously not where that's supposed to be, but it was remote with hoses. Then they went to this style. The heads were interchangeable on them, but yeah, kind of interesting. Thought I would share that with you guys quick for anybody that likes to get nerdy on the specs of stuff and the details. Enough of me flapping my jaw. I'll get to work and start cleaning up some stuff, and I'll get back with you here, sometime or another. All right, well, like I said, shorter video this week. We've had a few of those lately. It's been very busy around here. Got quite a bit more cleaned up. Intake cleaned up pretty decent. Some brackets, bolts, distributor. Check this out. Hopefully you can read that. Delco Remy. Got some numbers, got the original little band around it. Thought that was pretty cool. And also I wanted to bring this up again. So I said that our block number is consistent with a 63. Well, obviously the car is a 61. So that being said, I'm a little taken back by that. As I showed, our serial number matches the car, so we know it's an original. We know it's supposed to go to this car. But if you know why the casting number is for 63 block, put it down there in the comment box, because I don't know. It's contradictory of birds out there hollering away. Everywhere I've looked, that shows 1963 Cadillac. Up here it says 59, upside down. It's a mystery. And also our intake casting number, that is 5863. So that matches up. Our head casting number is correct. And our serial number on the block is correct. but the casting number, you know, it time traveled from 1963 back to 1961, and then they went ahead and put it in this car. So, you know, Cadillac, forward thinkers, invented stuff before the year actually happened. So anyway, if you happen to know, throw it down there in the comment box. I'd be interested to see if any of you guys out there understand why that would be. And like I said, next week we'll get rolling on getting some more done and hopefully start getting this engine put together. Got a lot of stuff to do, so we'll get cracking when we've got the time, and we'll record it as we go. As always, thanks for everybody for watching. If you haven't checked out our Facebook page, we do throw some stuff on there. Go over and check that out, and like, subscribe, you know, all the things, and we'll see you in the next one.